Hi there. Today I'm going to work in my scrap paint stained glass journal. Before I go into that, I wanted to give you a sneak peek of what I'm doing on the last letter journal swap that I'm working in. I was in 4 of them. This is the 4th one. I've received back from the other 3. We're just rounding off this one. I have this journal to work in and 1 more. And then I believe I will be done. And I kind of wanted to get them all finished before I signed up for any more. Otherwise, they stack up and I get overwhelmed with everything else that I'm doing. But on this page, I am working on the background here. I used a blue metallic and then some Venetian gold and some of my screen printing gold and some copper metallic. And then I used one of those Tim Holtz, I call it a sweater. It's like a Norwegian sweater print. It's his stencil. And I just used black craft paint. And I wasn't sure what to do at that point, but I had all sorts of paper scraps. So I decided to make some paper dolls. These are just made out of scraps off of my work table. I may make a couple more, or I may just decide to use these. I think this page needs some more on it. Like I was thinking of maybe making them artists and giving them little easels and maybe some buckets of paint. Just not quite too sure where I want to go with this, but it's almost finished. The other page that I did in this letter art journal is all done, except for I need to sign it. It's this page. I got this, printed a photograph. I got it off of the graphics fairy. It was a postcard, and then I just fussy cut her out. Some punchinella that I had on hand. The background, of course, I painted it with I used my screen printing gold ink. And I received these goodies, these die cuts, in a swap from Crazy Island Family, and I received a stack of them, and I glued them to the background. They give the background very much a texture feel, and of course I painted them gold, and I used some Martha Stewart glitter, which is an onyx, which is a black. Boy, this is going to go a long way. I used this on 2 pennants, and I used it in my book, and I used it on a couple of other projects, and I still have almost a full bottle. Very happy with her glitters. They're very pretty. And then, of course, they're in the background. I can see them, but I don't know how much glitter that you can see. Yeah, I think you can see a little of it in there on the flowers around here. Just kind of an accent. And then the quote says, "Iron hand in a velvet glove." It's a quote from Charles V. Then I did a little doodling around the edges. So that project is on my work desk. It's going to get done and sent off. But today I wanted to do a stained glass page. And I've been working in this needlepoint canvas book. And you can see I've done several pages. And of course it's getting thicker and it's starting to grow too thick. I'm going to have to remove some of the pages here. But I'm not going to do that now. The binding was already damaged, but it's been damaged more. It's broken the binding. I bought some duct tape, some patterned duct tape that I want to use on here as soon as I get the opening going here. I'm not going to fool with that today. So I am going to work on this page. Isn't this beautiful? Look at the gold on that page. I believe I was working on one of my projects. I used Venetian gold, that dazzling metallic from Deco Arts. And I think I put too much on my paper and I had a lot left over. And this is why I have these 2 beautiful gold pages. It's a little wrinkly here because on this side is my Happy Mail page. I did a lot of collaging of Happy Mail, so it's a little wrinkly here. But this is not meant to be beautiful gorgeous gallery art. This is just playing in my book using scrap paint. I was wrestling with what was I going to do with my stained glass, and I in the past have collected these little they call them half dolls. I kind of have quit collecting them. They, depending on where you get them, which is mostly you can buy them off of eBay or antique stores. Sometimes you'll see them at flea markets. You have to be careful because there are a lot of knockoffs. And I essentially have quit buying them because they can range all the way from, well, for the knockoffs, all the way from $10 to $60. Not for the knockoffs. If you're paying in the $60 range, you're probably getting a legitimate half doll. This one actually does have Germany engraved into the back right here. That's not an absolute guarantee that it was made in Germany, but it's a hint. And the other way that you can tell is the German artists, get it here for you there. They're very well done. There, and then I'll hold it there. There we go. The eyes are very well done. This one, I'm debating. This is a nice one, but there's no marking on it. A lot of these were made in Japan, and the painting, the hand painting on the Japanese ones are not quite as detailed. However, that does not mean that they are not fun to collect. It just means that if you're looking for nice collectibles that you expect to be able to resell as antiques, you need to pay attention. Of course, you need to pay attention to any chips or breaks or tears. Now, these dolls do not have, there are some that are really expensive that are called arms away. Now, you can see her arms are kind of on her hips, but there are dolls that had the arms extended out, and they may be holding a rose, most likely holding a rose or a flower or something, a bouquet, a fan. Sometimes you see them holding fans, and those are very expensive, especially if they're well done, painted, marked with Germany on the back, because most of the dolls that were made with the arms away, when they're holding their arms extended, unless they're very well taken care of, are chipped and broken. You'll see fingers missing. You'll see flowers broken off and that type of thing. I don't mind that myself. I like the damaged goods as well as I like the perfect goods. A broken doll just is a loved doll to me, one that's been loved. But I'm going to do half dolls on my stained glass page. And I think I'm going to do 6 of them. So, well, I might do 8. Get 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. And then I'll do the stained glass around the border. So it'll be like 2, 2, 2, 2. And I'm just going to freehand draw them. These I have a hint. This one's holding a fan. This one's got on the hips. I might do one holding a flower, different styles. These are just 2. I have several. I'm trying to put them in I have a printer's cabinet that's been mounted on an old sewing machine, Singer sewing machine base. And I'm trying to fill that printer's cabinet with little half dolls. And I've got it just about halfway filled, but like I said, for right now, I just need to quit buying them and stop investing in them. They're fun to have. So I'm going to get started. The rest of this video will be fast forward.